Be careful there. Maybe this game comes down to a field goal.
During commercial break, there was no way we were going to be able to get out of that lawn out there without giving him another shot. $100,000, he knocks it through. Pump for Ben. Thankful for Hot Rod. What a morning here in Athens.
Second chance attempt, and Ben knocked it through. Hot Rod got one. How about Sabrina Ionescu?
7 out of 10.
Setting the standard again.
She's consistent with her picks.
She's friend of game day.
Yeah,
She's ready.
does a good job.
Ready. So too is Jelly Roll. It's been great to have you with us this morning. Look forward to hearing your picks here. It is time for our Saturday selections brought to you by Coors Light. Game coming up as soon as we finish here on Game Day in the ACC. Georgia Tech unbeaten. Also unbeaten in conference is Duke. Who wins the game?
I don't understand why people don't respect Georgia Tech as much as they should. I think Brent Key is a hell of a coach. I'm going with the Rambling Wreck.
You know, Duke has scored lots of points in the last 3 games, over 40 points in the last 3 games. So they're kind of rolling. But Hayes King has always been able to make the plays necessary to win close games. So I'm going with Georgia Tech as well.
The only undefeated Power 4 team in Georgia resides in Atlanta. And it continues today. Give me the Georgia Tech football team.
Yeah, I hate to seem like I'm riding with the boys the first pick I actually get on a game day, but it seems obvious here, boys. I'm riding Georgia Tech all the way.
Yes, sir.
And what's crazy is Duke's favored by 3.5.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm going with Georgia Tech as well. I'm with you guys. Remember, Duke has some critical injuries to the linebackers. How could those backup backers slow down Haynes?
That's wild. Duke's favored. We're all the other way. We could get very embarrassed here.
Not all of us. The immortal words of Coach K. I love Duke. Okay, there we go. Texas Tech and Arizona State.
So Will Hammond is starting, and he came in the Utah game, and the offense actually looked like they played better. So I have a lot of confidence in Will Hammond. I'm going with the Red Raiders.
Well, you know, I think Texas Tech has one of the best all-around teams. They're good on defense. They're pretty good on offense. I know their starting quarterback may not play, but the other guys played pretty well for them. I like Texas Tech.
To your note about the backup quarterback, Will Hammond, he's a dog. He's starting. Obviously, he's the backup in, conversation on depth sheet, but he's very good at ball. I think Texas Tech continues this miraculous NIL transfer portal era that they're currently having.
Yeah. I'm riding with you, Pat. I'm taking Texas Tech, but it's not just about the offense. I think they got one of the best offenses leading right now, actually, point-wise. But I'm taking Texas Tech because I think that defensive line is going to cave in. I'm a Titan fan. I think it's going to feel like Jeff Simmons and Tavondre Sweat all day.
Look at these notes.
I see that.
Yeah.
I came ready.
Yes, you had to.
And I'm with you on that logic because Sam Levitt comes back for Arizona State. Everybody thinks it should provide a spark. But I think that Texas Tech defensive pass rush led by Bailey, they are legit. I go Texas Tech,
2 in a row.
We're set up again.
Yeah,
we're set
Jelly.
up again.
Jelly, this ain't good, Bubba.
Four reigning Big 12 champions. Poor old Kenny Dillingham.
Yeah.
Utah, BYU. Holy War, who you got?
I tell you what, this graphic isn't going to look like the last graphic because I think that Jack Kelly is going to be the difference in this game for BYU. I'm going with the Cougars and their quarterback, Bear Bachmeier.
Well, I think that I talked about BYU being an old-fashioned team, and most teams are not built to beat old-fashioned teams. They're built for the spread. But Utah is built to beat an old-fashioned team. So I'm taking Utah in this game.
Kyle Whittingham, head coach of Utah, is an old-school guy. BYU alum, actually. He's 11-5 against BYU. I like what you did. So give me the BYU boys at home after a Cal Van Noy speech the night before.
Okay, all right.
Heaven is blue, hell is red. That's what that BYU Mormon just said.
Ooh. I don't know how to top that, but I'll start by saying I already know who won the holy war. Hallelujah, praise Jesus. But having said that, BYU, that's on explosivity, and I'm taking BYU today, boys.
I'm going BYU as well, and I think it has everything to do with their ability to stop the run. If Devin Dampier doesn't have the ability to run the football to set up play action, I think that offense struggles. And I think today BYU's defense stopping that run, the physicality, Des, you talked about line of scrimmage game.
Sir.
I like BYU here.
Thank you,
Feeling
Coach.
really good about that pick. Yeah. I think too. Feeling really good. LSU and Vandy.
And we had Diego Fabio on the show earlier. Man, just love this kid's confidence. I believe that this team right here is destined for greatness, and they're going to beat LSU. So I'm going Vandy.
Ooh.
You know, I think at some point in time, LSU is going to get it together. I mean, they have too many talented players. They got a really good defense. They've got a lot of talented, skilled players on offense. You know, they got a really experienced quarterback in Neshmeyer. I got to go with LSU on this one.
Have you ever picked Vandy?
Excuse me?
Have you ever picked Vandy?
I don't think so. You know, it's just hard for me to
Get your arm
recognize the fact that they have elevated their program the way they have.
They have.
After so many years in the SEC when they were the only easy out. They're not an easy out anymore, but it's just hard for me to digest that.
And I'm proud of what Diego has done down there, and obviously it's good for all the ball whenever another institution rises, especially in the beautiful city of Nashville, Tennessee. Ooh. That place is electrifying. Game day implications in this game, huge. We might be heading to Music City next week, depending upon the outcome here. Give me Diego Pavia in Vandy getting a win over LSU today.
Oh, listen. I'm going to tell you, Pat, I've got inside information, y'all. I am a Nashville born and raised boy. My father died with a Vanderbilt hat on his counter. So let me tell y'all, the Diego hype train is real. It's been real. He has the eye of the tiger in him. Sir. He is kicking ass and taking names today, boys. I'm taking Vandy.
Okay.
And anchor down. Anchor down.
I love it. I love it, and I agree with you. I think Clark Lee's built a program. Diego Pavia gets a lot of the attention, but this is a team that lost in Tuscaloosa. They've had an off week to get ready for this game. This is probably the biggest game that's been in Nashville in a long time. They're favored over LSU at home. That says it all. I'm going with the experts. I'm going with Vandy finds a way to get it done at home.
All right, that kicks off in just a couple of minutes. Washington and Michigan.
Rest in peace, your dad.
I think Michigan had a tough loss on the road last week against USC. I think they bounced back against Washington today, but Washington covers, Michigan wins.
You know, I'm going to go with Washington. I just think Washington is maybe the next best team in the Big Ten besides the Big Three. You know, and Michigan's defense did not play as well last week as what I thought they were capable of, and they weren't able to run the ball like I thought they would be able to. So I'm going to go with Washington in this one.
I feel like Michigan's like this, and last week they were like this, so that means they should be like this week. So give me Michigan. That's what I think. There's inconsistent, I think, on who they are, what they are,
Absolutely.
But building for the future, obviously.
Absolutely.
Michigan, I like.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Pat. I'm riding in Michigan, baby, so we're going to put Big Michigan up there. There you go, Big Blue, baby.
Boy, this is a tough one. Coach, I'm with you with Damon Williams, his playmaking ability and what he can do to any defense. Michigan didn't play great defensively a week ago, but it is a game that's back in Ann Arbor after a disappointing loss. It's now or never for Michigan. They've got to win this one at home, and I think Bryce Underwood makes the play late to win it.
Nick's on an island on all these picks.
Again,
this could be
in a row.
Yeah, this could be great for you. Yeah.
SC and Notre Dame, a game that should be played every season forever. Who wins this one?
This is a no-brainer. It's my super dog. Go Trojans, fight on.
Ooh. Look, I think Notre Dame losing to two very good teams by very close games the first two games of the season may still be one of the better teams in the country. So I'm going with Notre Dame.
Since the two losses to Miami and A&M, they've won every game by like an average of 30 points or something. They've been on a tear. I think they know who they are, and I think they get a huge win. The 1,000 miles of travel.
Yeah.
The planes just take down this USC Trojans football team more than the players do, but I think Notre Dame gets a big-time win.
I hate to be this guy, but I'm going to pick Notre Dame because I don't need Shane Gillis calling me today. Smart. I'm riding Notre Dame. Shane Gillis, this is for you, baby.
Yeah, the Catholics are a little hostile.
We just have to make sure that this is as big as it gets for a Week 8 game. I mean, if you look at Notre Dame, they don't have a conference championship game. They win this game, heavily favored the rest of the way. And USC, Coach talking about who's that fourth team going to be in the Big Ten. We know about Oregon and Indiana and Ohio State. Who's that next team? If SC wins this one, everybody's going to be talking about the Trojans. So a lot at stake. Notre Dame at home wins it.
Tennessee and Bama don't like each other, call each other low down, dirty, some snitches sometimes. Who wins it, Tennessee or Bama?
I tell you, look at Alabama coming out of that Missouri game, very physical, but they have one loss. It's to FSU. It's not a conference loss, so they still have everything ahead of them. I like Alabama against Tennessee today.
Well, I think this is two very explosive offenses, and I think this is going to be a really high-scoring game. But since we're playing in Tuscaloosa, I'm going to go with Bama.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, just because. Yeah, just because it's playing on Saban Field. Yeah, absolutely. 15 straight wins at home for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and obviously that's tied for the longest home winning streak. I think that continues, and I believe the Bama boys will be sparking up the Stogies at the end of this particular game. It may be the best rivalry in the entire SEC, best SEC.
I have dreamed of the day that I got to meet the legendary coach Nick Saban so I could look him in his eye and tell you that my family respected and admired you just as much as they hated you, because my father was a Vanderbilt fan and the rest of that house bled orange. They're in Tuscaloosa, but the rest of the world wishes they were down in old Rocky Top. I stand here today saying the Tennessee Vols pull the upset in Tuscaloosa, baby. It's going to happen. Joey Aguilera's coming in on fire. The Tennessee Vols are ready. Heupel's not going to let us down. It's feeling like the late 90s in Knoxville, baby.
With all due respect, Coach.
I love you, Coach.
With all due respect,
With all due respect, Coach.
I'm going good stuff. I'm going Bama.
Not so
All right, Georgia has fallen behind by
stand
double
alone.
digits in the first half 3 times this season and 7 times in the last 10 games. A Georgia legend this week said the Dogs are Rocky Balboa. They've got to get a few swigs of their own blood before they find out how hard they can get hit and keep moving forward. Both teams following the creed, there is no tomorrow.
Coming in this weekend as a top 10 matchup, I believe everything's at stake.
It's always going to be a big game when you're playing Georgia, so just trying to dominate. I'm expecting it to be electric. The fans, they show up a little different when it's a big game.
Especially in a big game like this, you want guys fresh flying around.
It gives you a chance to be near the top of the SEC. That's where everybody wants to be.
Just hungry to prove and show that where we are right now isn't a mistake.
Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide for 4 quarters. They got to see us. You make them remember coming in the stadium to play your ass.
No pick from Kirk calling the game. Who wins?
We had Kirby on the show. He had this look in his eye. I'm going Bulldogs. Let's go, Georgia.
Yeah. I know Ole Miss has got a high-powered offense, and they're playing really well, but the resiliency that Georgia has shown in every game to do what they have to do to come back and win, I think is a real key to their success in this game at home today. I'm taking Georgia.
Jelly roll.
I'm up. So I need you to have patience with me here. This is about music to me.
Okay.
And my mother was important to her that I grew up and knew about the legendary Mississippi Delta Blues.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I am a country music man, and in the name of Alan Jackson, Megan Maroney, Brantley Gilbert, Lou Bryan, and Jason Aldean, today we're picking the Dogs, baby.
All right. Let's go.
Jelly Roll's down 250 pounds. He's got his shoulder pads on. Maybe he'll be able to get to a quarterback because this Georgia Bulldogs team hasn't been able to do that. Trinidad Chambliss is up over 300 yards passing. They're over 500 yards every single game. Is Georgia about to lose back-to-back home games against a ranked team for the first time in forever? Is Kirby Smart's era over? Yeah, I don't think so, Jack. What's that coming down the track? What's that coming down the track? It's a mean machine in the red and black. Mean machine in the red and black. Ain't nothing finer in the land than a drunk, obnoxious Georgia fan. Go Dogs! Go Dogs! Go! The Georgia Bulldogs get a huge win today in glorious Athens, Georgia. I see the Marine flag. Hoorah, brother. Have a great day of college football. We love you. Goodbye.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch them walk right past you. Run fast while you have